Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Smart Poker YouTube channel and another episode of Humpdazed. This is number 126. And as always, my wife, Crispy Wannabe, is here with me.
Cheers, everybody. Happy Hump Days. Galaxy Solutions, first in the house. XYZ Vector. Isanai, good to see you. Dr. Leave Me Alone. Art Man, how you guys doing tonight? Sheldon, Rolling Smoke. It's good to have everybody here. Hope you all got your rolling papers. If you forgot them, run out, grab some tops. Hey, Art Man, how's it going?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Not too bad. Too bad. Smoking a bowl today.
Good plan.
I'm trying to get over here to pin the link, and it's giving me all kind of problems.
Smut's got fat fingers, so he'll get it up in a second here. But yeah, we haven't killed our plants yet, so we got the little ones up on the screen. And in our other tent, they're really fattening up. We have a grapple fritter in there that's got to come down, a couple sky cuddlers, and a gelato 41 yet to harvest out of the other tent, but they're fattening up pretty nice.
Cheers to the chat.
Yes, cheers, chat. We have people rolling in, and I just want to say to everybody that if you do want to check out our other tent and see what our other buds are up to, I'm posting a link to my YouTube because I just posted a video that I took earlier today showing our buds. So
we're gonna go there now. Oh shit! Why won't it let me click on that link? We can go to YouTube.
Oh, yeah, but we can check out all these other cool gardens. But yeah, just click on that link, check it out, give me a follow. That would be cool. Thank you.
Yeah, click the link and follow. She's got very low that count up. Because I know you enjoyed posting videos and interacting and stuff.
Yeah, if you like a mixture of cat videos and weed, then that's a channel for you.
Cat weed, cool.
Everybody okay? Jace, XYZ Vector,
Hey, Jace. Isanai.
Yeah, you guys have a cat that loves weed, so best of both worlds there.
Oh yeah, and she's got some. She's the star of my channel.
Cool.
She's
the mascot.
Yeah, she has fun with me. You know, every time I'm in there watering and I want to get a quick pic, it's like she can feel me get my camera out and she's got to run right in there to eat some leaves.
That's the truth too.
What you guys got going there? I'm counting about 9 or 10 plants there.
We have 10 still. We have 10 plants. We got the Platinum Valley crossed with the Green Crack, seed person, and also the Green Crack. He gave us those seeds as well. And we have some Tangy Punch and some Dosey Do and some Godfather OG in there.
Nice.
The three on the end over here are doing the shit.
Looks like we're almost ready to be topped already, huh?
2 green cracks and a tansy over here doing it. Yeah, well, they're getting old. I got to come out of these pots soon. They weren't doing good there. They had about a 4 or 5 day hiatus where they just kind of were droopy, looked like shit. I stopped watering them, put the heater in there beside them, and a couple days later, dried up, perked right back to life, man. Went back to normal fertigation yesterday. They haven't drooped since. It's fucking crazy. But I digress.
Ain't that weird?
I want to get over.
It seems like, it almost seems like sometimes they like that stress, that trigger, that stressor event, just to set them off to get them out of that rut. You know what I mean?
It goes against everything I've ever known in all my previous growth. So it's really perplexing, you know. But I don't really try to question much. If it worked, I'm back on track. We keep chugging forward, man. But we're gonna get some nice plants out of this. I got to thank Seed Person for sending these out. And
the Platinum Valley, or the Platinum the Platinum Valley that he sent, or weren't affected like the other plants. They're strong.
Oh yeah, they rolled right through.
They're bound to get the friction on.
Whoa!
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Girls only.
Girls only. Yeah.
Oh,
let's go
Smut,
look at
you
it.
dirty birdie.
Art, man, you're up first.
Oh, I don't have anything to show really. I just got a couple clones. Go ahead and
Anything you
show everybody else. I'm just lurking. Sorry.
Let's get a look at it. Let's get a look at that.
I see a plant in the background, so that's cool.
Let's get a look at that smile anyhow. The
Yeah.
NASA hat, the fat joint.
Oh, yeah,
There you go.
Cody's right.
I mean, he'll be blushing like, damn, this fucker put me on the spot. Hey,
Blushing.
You want to just go to Jace next? He was next up.
Yeah, those are pretty nice, healthy plants you got going on, Jace. Always looking good.
Thanks, yeah.
They're ripping since the last from Sunday.
We're rocking and rolling. We're on day 20 from flip, so tomorrow will be day 21. And
little pom start.
yeah, it's weird. Like they're all going except for this one right here. This blueberry muffin. It's the late bloomer. Everybody else has got them. This one's not as pronounced, but yeah, these are pretty nice looking. The funny thing is, I think this is the longest flowering back here, and it was the first one to develop.
I keep an eye on that one, Jace, that doesn't want to show. She might herm on you.
Yeah, that's another reason I want to get that second tent going. It's a little tricky getting back because I got 2 rows of plants going there. I mean, it's not that bad. I've done worse, but yeah, it's easier if you just got 1 row. I want to get 1 single row going. I got my light. I ordered it. Should be here Friday. So once this grow's finished up, I'll get my second tent going and be rocking and rolling. But yeah, these are good, man. I got them cleaned up on the bottom, kind of thinned them out a little bit. Got that larfy stuff off the bottom. And that's pretty much it. Not much going on here. I've had to boost everything up as much as I could. This has got 3 layers to it. Everything's raised up. Everything's raised up, but that one right there. Well, no, this front one's not either. But it's still pretty level going across. It slopes up a little bit right there. But I could live with that. It's only a couple inches taller. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it if it doesn't grow anymore.
Hey, you know what sucks, Jace? If you so I heard somebody coming in. Did you hear that? Somebody's
Like
trying
your
to
house?
come in and just like no, into
Might
the
be
show.
me.
I heard the ding for the door right there. They were gone. Hey, you know what sucks? This crossed my mind because it happened to me a couple of times. You have your plants stacked up on 3 of those risers there, and well, you're on fertigation, but I've moved them a little bit, trying, and then the holes line up, and it goes boom, and it's like a 2-inch heart attack. Man.
Oh yeah, yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's happened where and it literally almost. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It
close.
scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, you think you know?
Well, I was putting
Jace,
I got saucers I could put underneath it. That'd be like a safety net, I guess, if I wanted to.
and Jace has an extra problem. If
It
his
looks
goes
great.
boom, he'll have issues with his line.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because that line will pop off. I've had that happen before. Luckily, I caught it though. And the way I've got everything situated in the grow here in the drain pan, like if something does fail, it'll catch it. Like it's set up to where if water leaks out or sprays out, it's going to put it back into the pan. So hopefully, I'm got enough redundancies here to not have a flood again.
Yeah.
Looking good. And I got to say, you're glutton for punishment with all the different heights because of all the different strains, but you did great stacking them up just right. You got them all like the various heights, and it looks nice.
If I can get in,
I think shorter than a midget on its face.
it is. Yeah, it's not even a foot tall. I don't think it's super dense. Like those nodes are like right on top of each other. But
Yeah, I was gonna say she's packed.
yeah, that's gonna put out a lot more weight than what it looks like. But yeah, I wish I could have vegged that one a little bit longer. But the needs of the many in this
Yeah,
situation,
because
I
it's
had
gonna
to.
stack. They're gonna be close, fat, and packed on that thing. So you're gonna put the fan right on it, dude.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But they're going.
I got a little space up here around that. Like right here, I could probably tie it down if I need to. Just open it up a little bit, get some air going in there. Because I've got room over here too. Yeah, I'll probably do that once I start getting some bud sites coming up. I might thin out the leaves a little bit, get some air circulation going. This one just grew weird. Like it looks, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I mean, you kind of see it compared to the rest, but it just looks dense. And it's like one of those plants. I don't know if you ever had one of these. It just seems like it's just like growing on top of each other. Like the growth is just like to a point where it's about to explode. Like it's not doing anything. It's kind of mangling up, and then it just explodes. Yeah. This one hasn't exploded yet, but it's mangling.
Yeah, mine did that too.
But look how like dense and compact this is versus over here. You got big leaves. I got 4 main colas right here. This one's just wherever it came up, it came. Yeah.
Nice.
But it's supposed to be some good smoke. XYZ just grew it, and I think Doc's growing it right now too. That Trop Cherry. That's what that is.
Yeah, Dean 420.
Yeah, mine is Trop Cherry.
I'm going to tell everybody real quick. We're having a New Year's Grow Challenge at Cocoa for cannabis, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we haven't done one since last year, and so we're going to get back into the swing of things. We're looking forward to it. We want to invite all of our listeners to sign up whenever the time comes. It should be happening for too long, and it's not really,
be on the lookout for that. Definitely,
it's not really a challenge as it's per se. A lot of people ask about that because we like the Cocoa for Cannabis is where I learned collaboration over competition, and I really like that saying. So it's not a challenge, but it's more of just like a grow along. But you got to admit, a bunch of us dudes get together, we're going to be doing some good natured ribbing, and that's it. But it's just a grow along. It's a way to keep a journal that you can look back on and see what your light was, see when you flipped, how the seedlings did, shit like that. And it's actually pretty useful tool, and it's kind of fun. So it's an option. We want to make sure everybody knows about it, and we encourage you to get over.
So yeah, what was the last one? That was the Banana Kush one, right? I think a lot of people had that Herman out on them.
Yeah, New Year's Grow Challenge last year, I think.
So hey, Smart, what's the challenge for this this grow challenge? I know what it is, but you want to tell the audience about it?
Oh, you mean the side challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Or like
the themes. You talking about the theme?
No, the side challenge. Everybody's asking about it on Instagram.
The side challenge. Yeah. Did we agree on
that? That's we're doing the. I think
Solo Cup.
Yeah, I think we agreed on the Solo Cup challenge. The Tried and True. I'm super stoked about it. That's actually the first challenge / journal starting I ever did over at Cocoa for Cannabis. Was grow many moons ago, and the side challenge I got in was the Solo Cup, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
that's what I need. Plate of bacon.
Oh yeah, Jace.
There's a chunk of hash. He got bacon and hash. That's not bacon. That's steak.
Oh, steak.
That's beef. It's what's dinner.
Yeah, it's fillet steak.
And temple ball.
And a moon rock.
Nice.
That's my supper.
Remember that commercial where the old lady used to say, "Where's the beef?"
Oh, the Wendy's one.
Was it Wendy's? Yeah. Where's the beef?
Yeah. Where's the beef?
Wendy.
There it is. Ice and I was holding on to it. That
Damn
shit
it,
looks
Ice
softer
Nice.
than drugstore cotton.
Yep. Dude, my brisket comes out like that.
Well,
and
hey,
it's a good
uh,
day.
what's going on in your XYZ tent? You was at our show the other day. And you said you wasn't starting seeds anytime soon and shit. Now all of a sudden I see a dome. Can you tell us what happened there?
What's going on?
Yeah, well, I got sick of working and doing other people's shit, so I decided I need to take a break and grow some. So right now we got, I don't know if I
Nice.
can zoom in good enough, but let's see what we got here. So on the left side, we got some seeds that are started. Let me turn off my autofocus because it doesn't want to focus right. So those
I can
are
see them. I can see them.
so on the left, there's 3 goth girls from Seed Person 1, which I just put in Monday night about this time, and they're already sprouting. So excellent job. And then towards the right, they all cracked, but they just got put in this morning. And on the right is banana runts crossed with trop cherry.
Oh,
But they're not
Where'd those
really
come from?
popping up yet. What?
Where'd they come from?
Team 420.
Oh, they all came. Okay, that's cool. Good deal.
And
Oh,
then
those Jiffy pellets or rapid rooters?
yeah, they're Jiffies. Rapid Rooter Jiffies. Same difference.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about using those. I don't know. Kinda
Well,
on
I
the
find
fence.
them easy to put in that dome, and after they like crack, so what I do is I put them on get a cup of pure water, put the seeds in, let them soak, and then once they crack, I put them into the pellets, and then put them on the heat mat and let them rip. So yeah, I'm very happy to be actually growing something. It's lit a fire under my butt to do other things, get everything back into operation.
Did you go full blown Jerry Maguire
So
on your way out? Like, who's coming with me?
Yeah, something like that. Not really. I just said, no, I'm done. Goodbye.
Yeah. Fuck you.
And
Fuck
by the
you.
way-
You're cool. Fuck you.
No, not quite
Yeah.
like that. No.
Oh, you went half baked on him.
No,
Ha-
it's like,
hey, yeah,
like,
that's what it
hey,
was. He was quitting his shit. He's like, "You're cool."
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, XY. Do you have any harvest weight potential yet in mind for this density? I couldn't get it out. So.
I'm
Hey,
aiming for
People
about
used to
a
ask
pound.
that. They would come on CFC with a plant that was like 2 inches tall. How much you think this thing will be able to give me? I'm like, wow. And they're dead serious. I'm like, it doesn't work like that, man. You have to wait and see, and then when you flip and all this. So I was thinking of that earlier today, and then I saw your plants, and it reminded me. I'm excited about those. I want to see both of those go. I don't think I've seen the banana runts yet, have we? The Dean
I don't think so.
or the Goth Girl. One person's got Goth Girl in the chat. Can't remember who it was, and I guess they were up and doing good, really strong. So you say yours is up ripping too.
I think Tao had Golf Girl going, didn't he? Or am I thinking about somebody else?
I think
Maybe.
I think Tal's doing all autos, isn't he? Or
yeah, somebody in the chat
Yeah.
has it going. And they might not be here right now, but yeah,
Well,
they're
well,
calling them Jill and Apple. What's that mean?
Well, I'm very happy. Seed person sent me the seeds, and they are just go-getters right now. They're like, let's go, come on.
nice.
So you got 6 seeds there. Are you going to do all 6 in that one tent, or are you doing 2 tents?
I'm doing all 6 in one tent because they're all rags, so I'll probably end up with 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Are you going to do in 3 gallon or 1 gallons if you get 3 plants?
1 gal.
You think 3 gallons is too big for 3 plants for a 2x4?
No, I don't think I really need that much media. I mean,
Well, the reason I was
you
asking is because I'm about to split my tent up. You know, we talked about it, so I'll be doing the 3 and the 3. And I was contemplating getting to a bigger pot. I mean, these you get some damn big plants in a 1 gallon, so I wasn't really
well,
rushing it.
the
You
issue,
know.
the issue with the 3 gallon, I mean, if you have the space, they're great, but like, a whole long time, it really doesn't make much sense, especially when you have Jace. It's, I mean, you can tell if it's not getting enough water, so you don't really
Well,
need the 3 gallon.
yeah. Plus, wouldn't I need a bigger halo emitter at that point, or would these still be okay?
Those work in 3 gallons. It's when you go to 5 when you need the 10-inch.
Roger that.
I don't think you're gonna make it up to a 5 gallon unless
Damn,
you're
Art, this
like
thing,
trying to grow more. Yeah, Art.
that thing's kicking some smoke, man.
Fancy.
He's throwing 2-gram chunks on there. Nice. That isn't fancy. I'm sorry, XYZ. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I did. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It doesn't matter.
I don't want to interrupt Jace's information. Did you guys finish?
Oh yeah, I'm just picking his brain. Always getting information. I just soak it up.
That's it, man.
The only time I have 5 gallon air pots, but the only time they've ever been broken out is when we're growing in soil.
Yeah, even when I was in my
How big
5x5, I was still just running 3 gallons.
How did the air pots do with soil at that size?
They weren't air pots. They were fabric.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you seen how much?
3-gallon pots. We use 3-gallon fabric pots to do our buffering because it slides perfectly down inside of a 5-gallon bucket, and you can literally pour like 1 gallon of buffering solution in there and kind of have them floating in it, and maybe a gallon and a half. It doesn't take much because there's not a lot of displacement, or it is a lot of displacement, whatever. And so you can line up 5 buckets or 6 buckets with rehydrated cocoa, 3-gallon pots packed full, and just go down the line with like a 5-gallon bucket, topping them all off, and we like doing that. That's the only reason we have. But 3-gallon fabrics, love them, dude. Love them. I never will have a problem growing ever in 3-gallon fabric pots.
No. And normally what I do is I would take these when these are like in their seedling and they're showing leaves. I take them out of the dome and put them in the tent. Now I usually put them in what are called I think they're like the propagation air pots, but I'm not going to do that this grow. I'm actually going to use AC Infinity sells these little 1/4 gallon like fabric pots that are so thin that the roots actually grow out of them. So what I'll do is I'll put them in that next, and then once they're ready, I'll put them in 1 gallon air pots because it's such a pain to take it from that propagation air pot and put it in a gallon pot. They just don't. It doesn't work well.
I get what you're saying because I was going to do that. I was going to go from a 1 gallon air pot to a 3-gallon air pot, and there's no way. I mean, it barely fit inside there, and I thought, man, trying to get dirt backfilled, and the peaks on that, yeah, they don't work that good.
Well, and when you push it down, like you force the pot in, it messes up the roots. It's what it really does. So what I like about the little AC Infinity fabric pots is they're so thin you don't actually take it out of the pot. You just literally make a hole for it. You just drop it in.
Yeah, doesn't Doc grow in something kind of like that? They're like little fabric bags or something like that for his propagation.
No, I haven't seen him do that in forever. No, he was just going straight from taking his Jiffy pellets last grow or this grow that he's on, and he just literally he just put it in an air pot, went straight to the 1 gallon.
Yeah, I go
And I
straight from
had to rib
solo.
him. I ribbed him so hard for that.
How'd that go over? Is he okay?
Well, he's okay. I didn't rib him that hard. I was like, yeah, somebody I know told me not to ever do something like that. And he just laughed.
A wise man once told me.
Yeah. Yeah, the person that I'm talking to right now. But anyways, so I'm just happy to have seeds that are sprouting. I got a whole bunch of projects though I gotta get done before they actually get out of that dome.
Yeah, talk us through that. What are you doing? You said you're building a new doser, right?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna have to double join to show that off because that camera is on a cord.
Well, you always got something going.
And I try to. Let's see if I can't get in here on my phone. Well, to hell with it. I'll just take well, my camera's dead. Let's see if it's got enough charge. Okay, so yeah, there's the frame of the doser. It started. I got the electronics all done.
I'm coming.
And then
Nice.
And
Good
then
start.
Yeah, it started. There's the tank, the mixed tank, and then down below, unfortunately, I don't have my reses in yet. They're out back, way out back in the backyard being built right now. You can barely see them. Come on, focus. So yeah, and I got projects going on, big messes outside, but it's getting done. It'll be done by the next show.
2,700 watts. Is that your chiller?
Yeah. No, those are batteries. Those are my solar batteries.
Oh, you got battery backups in case power goes out, huh?
Well, no, actually, I got solar cells coming in here in a couple more weeks that charge these up. I'm trying to get my power consumption a little bit lower because last summer when I was growing, it just got crazy. I mean, I spent about $200 in electricity to run and cool it. So if I can get the lights off my lights and all my equipment off my mains, it'll be a lot cheaper. Then I just have to pay to cool it all instead of powering it.
Yeah, it certainly ain't cheap to grow. We all know that.
No, it's not. It's not.
But it's still cost effective though.
Yeah, but
versus buying.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if I count how many pounds I've gotten out of my tanks versus what I put into it, it's been pretty cheap. So I got a weird noise going on at home. It's like, what is that? What's going on? But it's just my washing machine. I need a new washer.
Smart. I know you've done that. You put pen to paper and figure out how much it costs you to grow, right?
I think Smart's getting coffee or something.
Did we lose him?
I apologize. Sorry, man. I had to step away for a quick second. Huh.
It's hump day.
Yeah, my phone starts vibrating on the table and shit. So it's like, Trying to check and see if it's a spam call or what the hell's going on.
Oh, it's been so nice. My phone usually rings off the hook, and it's been on Do Not Disturb for the past 3 days. So, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, hey, Art Man.
Yeah.
How's your growth going? How are your big? It's probably nighttime in your.
Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, Smart, you let me share a video. I can give one. I think I can do that. Let's see.
It looks like you're froze on my screen.
Yep. He's just like.
Or is it me?
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah, it froze up.
Yeah, it froze up. I thought he had some weird layout behind me, but it's just frozen.
Yeah, I think his.
I don't know
camera
how I
gave
can
out
let him
on
do that. I have no problems letting you share a video, but I just don't know how to give that.
He's stuck in time forever.
Maybe it's present. Maybe he has to present something.
I'm trying to look here. It says
I see the video,
guests can
but
stream this to their own desktop.
it isn't popping up though. I can see it though.
Hey, Art Man, there's a button down at the bottom, like with the mute and the camera. Try the present button, and it says video file.
I did. That's what I did.
Oh, that's why you're frozen.
It says video file, and I click on video file. I got the file right here. I can see my garden, but it just isn't playing. It's kind of faded. So I
Well,
don't know
maybe
Yeah, 'cause if you
Smart,
look-
Am I still frozen?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're not. You went black on my screen.
Yeah, he dropped. Maybe he's gonna rejoin. So hey,
Oh
Smart,
yeah, he did drop.
Smart, your plants
Yeah.
over there. What do you think's going on with them? I mean, they look healthy. They look a little bit pale, though. You think it was the roots? Do you think it was? What do you think?
I don't know, man. Runoff was great. The lighting was on point. The humidity was on point. pH was checked with 2 different pens. Can't figure it out, man. What's every time they get to about 12 days, some of them go to shit. I tried watering through it like I normally would, and they just fucking don't react. So the one time I said to hell with it and just stop water, I told her go in there and cut those down when you get a chance. Like 4 days later, she went in and they looked like this, dry as a bone, praying to the sky. So I was like, hey, give them some water and see if they, start to droop and shit again. So she did. She watered them. Then I watered them, and then she watered them. And after about 4 or 5 times, we realized they're not really going back to shitty, and they did good the rest of the grow. And it's been that same scenario like 5 or 6 times. We lose 4, 5, 6, 7 days maybe, just working through something that every time. It's been killing me. And we went through this on this show so many times. People have suggested that they may have changed our water and be putting different stuff in. People have suggested, bad pH pen. People have suggested to try a different nutrient lineup for a grow and see if that works. I've had a lot of great suggestions, man. My newts are a little old, but they don't have. Some of them are like 1.5 years old, 2 years old, maybe. Because I order them by the gallon, and we took 7 months off. So at this point, this was happening before then. I don't believe it to be that. I'm just saying that we got to ask some very spot on questions that I myself would ask somebody. And it's, dude, you don't understand how it's chewed me up inside not being able to figure this out. I've tried everything.
Yeah.
I've manipulated. I've tried to cool it down, make it a little cooler for them. I've tried warming it up a little bit. I've tried, a couple tweaking a few different things to see what happens, and it pretty much I see the same results every time. And
What about your
we get through
cocoa?
it, but it just sucks, man. Who wants? Tried different kind. We tried 2 different brands of cocoa. We double buffered, man, the whole 9 yards. XY.
Well, what?
And I don't want to keep like the answers. I wish someone could find it, but we've been through all these, and really, like I said, we ordered a new pH pen and we tested against another one that was only a couple months old, a little bit cheaper, Dr. Meter, but they're always within like 0.4 of each other. So
It's
one
not
might read
pH.
7.1, the other one reads 7.5. No, it's not. I don't believe it to be pH. We test the runoff and it's good. They got plenty of aeration, they can dry back quick if we wanted them to. And it's a motherfucker, man. It really is like, I'm down to thinking it might be something in the water, man. But here's what I don't get before anybody jumps on that train. If it's not something in the water, or if it is something in the water, how can they go from here at day 12 and the rest of the grow, they'll be perfect. As long as I water them, they might get a little burnt tips from drybacks, but they'll be perfect. They won't lose a single leaf the rest of the grow. So if it was something in my water, wouldn't you think that it would hurt them the whole way through? They wouldn't do as good as they do. That's what perplexes me. If it was a bad nutrient, they wouldn't do as,
Most city water is coming from reservoirs, and you get a period of heavy downfall of rain and whatever. And that can spike algae blooms and everything. They can't pull all of this stuff out of the water. They can adjust it so you can't see it, but it's still in the water. The other thing is, they could have just dosed the water, and at that point in time when your plant suffered was when they put the dose in. There could have just been a spike in the water, should I say. And, so that's why you had a little bit of an issue for a small period of time whilst everything settles down. It could have happened after a rain. We notice sometimes after we have a heavy period of rain, if we was to fill up a bath, the water would be slightly green. And you look on the water company's website, and their explanation was because you just put, why is my bath green? The water in my bath green, and they're like, oh, because of algae in the water after the heavy rain. Blah blah blah.
I thought it was his water too, Iceni, because I suggested him do some RO from like the store. But if it was a spike, it wouldn't hit every time because it's not like Smots on a regular schedule.
Well, check this out. If you had like 50 grows that you had a standard operating procedures and they went like clockwork, 50 grows, you always run into one plant maybe here or there, but you would pretty much coast through all the stages, hitting your marks, you might get some high EC and have to work it down or something. But all in all, it was a pretty seamless run and it just kept working over and over. Well, we didn't change any of that. So it's something that's like just say for instance, add water. We're now inputting it. We're still pH it. We're doing everything the same. You know what I mean? But something that we are using is messy. So I've really, dude, you don't know how many hours I've laid around just thinking about this, what it could be. I've went through even pH drops. I realized that my pH drops seem to be a little bit, seems like I'm putting more pH drops in than I used to. And I'm wondering, did that shit go bad? Am I poisoning them with phosphoric acid? Just your mind will go down some crazy holes when you can't figure shit out because you try to apply everything that you know about science and experience and all the shit that you've come across over the years, and you put it all together and you still can't figure it out. It's fucking, it'll shake your, rattle you to the core, man. It'll shake your confidence and everything.
Try side by side with one with what you regularly grow with, and one with say a one pot of some other nutrient line. And just do things a little bit differently, and just do bare basics. Like growing by the numbers. If you're going to use, no extras, no little tweaks, no little grow science or anything. and you know, and give it the
Right.
bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
Yeah. You know, I take all this. We've thought about that too, getting some different newts, maybe even getting some RO water, just enough to get a couple mixes going and see how the little ones do. And then we could maybe narrow it down to one of those two things then, you know?
And the other thing, Smart, is plants. You might just be experiencing more advanced plants. Yeah, where you can get some plants, you know, everyone says they're bulletproof. Yeah. And it might be a simple case of you just need to run something that's a little bit more bulletproof to fill up some jars, should I say, you know, and have a, you know, and then then maybe you can, maybe it's some sort of like a degree of advancedness. That I don't know. That there's something that maybe you're just overlooking that I
It has to be, because you know what? We'll have like 3 of the same strains going. Like Seed Person sent us 3 green cracks. One's crushing, and 2 of them's doing shit. They all had the same thing. So like, if we think it's like strain, and we do a lot of different strains, it'll affect like 9 different strains. So I've been through that too, Austin. I've really tried to check myself, humble myself, and really go over everything, man. And I don't know what it is. And like I said, I don't really want to beat this horse anymore, man. I've been over this with my wife and myself so many times.
Go back and do something that you know you've had
well, we got
success with.
Spot. Just looking at these plants, they're nitrogen
Could be the
deficient.
newts, Brian, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the newts.
The gallon was good.
No, it's the newts, dude. You're nitrogen
We had a quart.
deficient.
We had a
Solo cups. Sorry, but you know, there's not much fridge space. It's time for that pot, and that's why if I see a plant like that,
over the edge. But we had.
I'd have potted it.
I
would have given it some more roots.
We take
Good idea.
Yeah,
we take a gallon of it, and we top off a quart, and then that quart went bad on us. But when I went back to the gallon in the basement, it was fine. And I think the quart went bad because it was sitting here in a bedroom upstairs all summer long and shit. We weren't growing. It just sat there, never got shaken or nothing. So I found some goop on it, thought maybe we had some bad newts downstairs, but I went down, poured it through a strainer and everything, and there was nothing in there, man. Our gallon downstairs was great. So I kind of didn't rule it out, but it leaned me a little bit away from that. So hey, Major, we popped some of them out, smelled the roots and shit. They smell good. They have a little discoloration sometimes, but that's not uncommon when you grow in cocoa, especially young like this, because the cocoa does come off a little bit discolored for a while, regardless of how well you rinse it down after the buffer. Isn't that right? We've had that.
Well, I'm sure at some point it would start to clear up, but
So it does.
It does. Thousands of gallons over them.
But you know what? These ones here, they smell great. You know, even the ones that look a little bit crappy, I popped them over, smelled the roots, looked at them. I didn't see anything that seemed concerning to me. And that's one of them things where, like, I want to find it. You know, I want to be able to say, aha, I fucking found it. It's my fault, you know, whatever it is or whatever, but I found it. And, but yeah, we can move on. That seems to get like a gloomy subject going, man. Look at Jace's plants. He doesn't have no problems.
Well, Smart, all I'm going to say is
XYZ and that rope setup.
All I can say is they look a little bit nitrogen deficient. Whatever your main nitrogen input is, and I'm growing with the same newts. Whatever that your most nitrogen, which is probably grow or micro, I'd swap it out.
Yep. It's probably going to be my micro, which is
Yeah,
might
501.
a lot.
Yeah, the grow's only 2.
Yeah, if you're
I'll give it a shot.
if your
Would you-
fucking plants, the roots look good, because normally I'd say it's your roots, but usually when it's a root deficiency, you see a different look. It's not like it's like your leaves are just. Your plant looks great, but it just looks like it's missing a little bit of nitrogen. It wants more nitrogen.
Yeah. Well, you can see
Oh, I
that it's
agree.
yellowing from the bottom up. So
I
you know
agree.
that's a classic nitrogen. But I would, in my opinion, you know, it says to me your soil is lacking. You know, I don't know about cocoa, but in my experience with soil, that would say it's lacking nutrients, and I would just give it a new pot. And you know, and the roots would grow into the new soil and everything, have that room. Maybe that's all it is. I'm really funny about, you know, plants in small pots are going to get fucking deficiencies. It's going to happen. You're gonna
Yeah,
struggle.
but I've seen Smart and Crispy grow in this size cup and not have plants look like this because he's providing all the nutrients. The issue is one of his nutrients is not firing on all cylinders. I mean, we've tried the water, but if it really was his water, it would stay like this the whole grow, and he kind of powers through it. But the plant has different needs at different cycle, and right now they need a lot of nitrogen. So whatever's supplying your nitrogen, replace it.
Should I mean, not bit, you know, like as above, so below. You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have this argument all day long. You know, it's like you give the plant. Some plants are going to say, look, I need space. I need roots. I need to send them 6 foot roots out if I could. You know, some plants are managing it in a small pot. All right, and it's you know, it might be a case of it's come from a seed that there's been grown outdoors. It's been used to have a, you know, now it's been constricted. The whole thing has changed about it. You know, it's not been worked indoors in small pots. You know,
Yeah,
it's not used to.
I think that would happen over. It wouldn't happen over 9 different strains.
It wouldn't happen out in
Yeah.
nature. That's all I'm saying. It's
Anyhow.
not natural to be kept in a small pot.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Iceni. I've seen this happen to my soil grows where they look like this, and it's like, oh, no, we need to add something. We need to pot up. We need to give the roots more space. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but he's supplying all the nutrients. I think one of his nutrients is not delivering what it needs to deliver.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. We can grow 1 ounce. We've grown 1 ounce plants in these solo cups, man, from beginning to end for Solo Cup Challenge over there at CFC in the journals. You can see them; they got huge, man. They was big as my leg, and they powered through. They lost a few leaves, but hell, they was getting dry as a popcorn fart, man, because they were such small pots, such big plants. And but yeah, it's I take what everybody says and try to put it with what I see on a regular basis. And but anyhow, moving on, I seen that
one way, just before we move off of this, I mean, one way I look at it is like that situation you're force feeding the plant. In a natural situation, the plant's going to be like, I need to put out roots to go and get food. Yeah. So you're almost like, well, you're telling the plant, no, you can't have roots. Yeah, I just shove get this down, get this down. It just might not be, you know, just. I'll leave it at that. That's all I'm going to say.
Iceni, you are 2,000% correct. And if you look, I bet you if he potted those up, they would be able to grow enough roots to get the nitrogen.
Yeah.
Even though because they have more area to gather nitrogen. But normally, if his nutrients were firing on all cylinders, he wouldn't need to do that. That's all. I agree with you, Iceni. If you pot them up, they probably, if you didn't want to replace your newts spot, pot them up and let them rip.
There's I'm gonna pot them up soon. I've just been busy, man. Lots of shit going on. Working, trying to
That's
get
the
into like a
easiest
lot
way
of
out for
insurance
me.
work, man.
That's the easiest way out.
Yeah.
Is,
Oh, yeah.
it's like
They're ready for it. They're only going into 1 gallons. I'm gonna try to keep all 10 of them in that space right there. You know, in the tent, not in the little dome. We're gonna pot them
Yeah,
up
I was
into
gonna
1
say,
gallons
how are
and
you
run
gonna
that
pull
all
that
over.
off?
Oh, I'm vegging the shit out of them, dude. You'll see. I'm gonna have 5-footers and 1 gallons all around this. I'm gonna load it up.
Nice.
Just load it up. It'll be fun to watch.
Well, smart.
It'll be a lot
When
different than
you
the last.
when you potted up your last grow, did they get out of this yellow leaf funk?
They was out of it before we got there.
Oh, okay. Well, what EC are you putting into them? What is your inflow?
1,000. I think it was 930 this morning.
Bump it up to 1,200. See if that. I mean, that's another way you can
Yeah, I'm sorry.
deal with this.
I've been rising. Yeah, I've been slowly rising. They just started looking good again, so I tried to ease back in and get them going. But they was all droopy and shit for a while there. Then I didn't realize how much they had dried back. They were bone dry. I picked them up and they were still droopy.
They were light.
Watered them. Checked on them about 12 hours. We checked on them about 12 hours later, and they were praying for the stars, all of them. And then I turned the light back up a little bit, came back in this morning and turned it up the rest of the way. Watered them again, and they're still looking pretty decent. And I believe that we're not going to have any more problems. We'll be able to take off from here. Them couple on the right there, they might be ones in front because they'll be a little bit runty. But you know me,
So
I'm gonna try to keep them all. And
power through it.
I don't want to
Power
kill
through
no
it.
plants, man. Someone might sneak in. Yeah. I'm not trying to do that shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
but the whole fact that you let them dry out, and now they're all perky is
That's crazy.
indicative. No, it's indicating one of your nutrients isn't delivering. It's lost its bang, if you will. Because what happened was
the last time we tried to water.
What happened was you let them dry back, and the EC got high, and now that gave them the nutrients they want. Now you're putting water into them. They're like, oh yeah, we got the nutrients, we got the water, let's go.
Yeah, they're good to go. I can't wait. We'll see Sunday, man. They'll be a lot bigger. We'll probably have them potted up by then too. There's seed person there, man. One of the time, some of his seeds are doing really good, even though all in all, somebody else was on here. XYZ Vector has the Goth Girl, 3 of them right now.
Yep, I'm excited to grow them, man.
Seed person one.
Yeah, good seeds, man. They're popping. They're ready to go. They want to rock.
It's storming like a son of a bitch here. Well, it was earlier. It's still raining, but it was windy and shit. I didn't even know if we was gonna have power. It was real bad. So it's windy now. We might be cutting out.
That was on the West Coast. Sorry, I was reading somewhere somebody got bomb blasted by a instant blizzard, but I think that was in Seattle.
Turpopotamus says it's snowing heavy where they're at. It's windier than hell here. Blew my sign over in the yard, blew my chair over on the porch.
-4 here.
-4.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Holy shit.
Well, it stopped
What's
snowing, but
minus 4 Celsius?
What, 22?
that is minus 4C.
About 22, 21.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
cold.
Yeah, that's
cold.
fire weather. You got to build
Yeah.
a fire on them days.
Wood burners.
Sweatshirt weather.
I'm too skinny for that kind of cold. My toes will fall off.
Yeah. Well, I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I was like, oh, I'll go work on my res some more. And I was out there, I got some stuff done on it, and then my hands got frozen. I know I'm in Arizona, but at night it gets down cold. Like, I'm sorry, Icini. Only 42, and I'm such a wuss.
What's a cyclone? I think of a cyclone like a tornado.
What is a cyclone?
He said it's a
typhoon
cyclone.
or a hurricane. They're all the same. It depends which ocean they're in.
So
Now, if you're
a
talking
bomb,
about a snow cyclone, that's something different.
a bomb cyclones happens when you get a really, really cold front moving into warm air, and what happens is it freezes everything up, and then the wind gets crazy, and then it just drops a bunch of snow.
I have heard of those.
The cyclone. We call those downbursts here. Whenever it rains real fast and the wind hits hard, they call it like a downburst. Because they'll think there was a tornado, and then the weather center will label it a downburst, whatever that is.
Yeah,
But they had a picture of it, man. It just God just opened.
It's pissing down.
They had a video of it.
Cats and dogs.
God just opens up, man. It just looks like someone turned a faucet on, and from in shit just dumping. It kind of starts a lot of wind and shit. But yeah, hopefully everybody's all right. If anybody that listens in that shit, somebody said it was snowing sidewards. Stay home.
Yes. Yeah, when the temperature delta goes that quick from you get this in Arizona too, but it's not like it just dumps a bunch of snow. You get these microbursts, and then you'll get what do they call them? We call them dust devils, but there's a technical name for it. And you get you walk into it, it gets cold real quick. But if it's up north where it's let's say 68 degrees, and then you get this cold front that's -2, it just goes crazy. Kind of like my washing machine in the background. My washing machine wants to shake the whole freaking house down. I need a new washer. I think one of the shocks went out on it.
My wife had to step away. She's taking a phone call.
So,
Cheers levels.
hey, what's everybody's plans for Thanksgiving, man? I mean, you doing a show Thanksgiving Eve
I'm booking.
before that? What's the plans?
Yeah, I'm doing the show Thanksgiving Eve. The plan is, as soon as that show's over, I'm going on here and I'm going to see if I think StreamYard is going to offer us 40% off of next year, which is only $20-some a month, the same as Zoom, And we're gonna jump on that, and we're cooking a bird the next day. We got a 10-pounder. There's only two
so
of us.
what? How are you cooking it? How are you cooking that
We're
bird?
gonna put it in a big, we have a roasting pan, and we're gonna put it in a roasting pan, put it in the oven, and slow cook it. Baste it all day. We're gonna have stuffing, and I'm eating stovetop stuffing. I know it's poison in a box, but I'm eating stovetop stuffing, homemade mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, candied yams, the beets or the cranberry sauce. Got to have the cranberry sauce, man. I got some of that. How about you?
Well,
You deep frying your turkey?
well, yeah. So that's an interesting
Videotape
question.
it.
Well, so the plan is I'm gonna go up and cook a bunch of birds for Doctor, but like I quit my job and I don't know what the fuck's going on now.
So you actually quit your job?
Yeah, I quit, man. Yeah, I'm done with it. I left him a note saying, "Hey, look,
So
you know."
you're saying you quit like whatever. No, you can answer. I'm just trying to get it right. Did you just quit that one job, or you quit doing what you was doing altogether? Because I know
No,
you
I
go
quit
from
that.
job to job to job. You just tell that one job, "Fuck it, I'm going to."
No, I quit the company.
You quit the company altogether. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn,
and
brother. That's a
then
bold move. Are you opening up XYZ Vector Inc.?
yeah, basically I said, "Hey, I quit. Pay my back expenses, which is a large sum of money, and then once you do that, I will sell you my services for $1,000 a day." We'll see what they do. I
Good for
really
you,
don't
man.
care. I really
Good
don't
for you.
care. But
Hey, it's
yeah,
a supply and demand thing. Sometimes they need you much more than you need them.
exactly.
And when you can leverage yourself in that position, bam. I dig, man.
Well, we'll see
I
what
dig.
they do. I mean, they're still in shock. They're still talking to me like I work for them. It's like, no, oh,
They're gonna fold up like a
And-
cheap suit.
Well, they're already folding. You don't jump off a ship that's fully floating and everything's great. You jump off the ship that's sinking. You gotta be a rat. You gotta know when to fold and when to play your hand.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I know Art Man. I don't know how many of you know our buddy OC Grower 76. He's the one that made those seeds. Art Man gave away a bunch of his seeds, and I've told this story before. He's a big inspiration for me because he used to work for a computer style kind of company. He's like pretty smart and that kind of stuff. Well, he worked at this place and didn't like it. So him and another guy quit, started their own company. And like 2 years later, they ended up buying out the company that they quit from, and has been nothing but successful ever since. And I was like, that's a great like American dream type story, like there's nothing you can't do, man, if you just have the drive, the intelligence, and all that shit that comes together. You're good to go. I think that's awesome. I'm for you, XY, and I have no doubt you're going to be successful. You got the mindset for it.
well, so here's the thing: is basically they're not paying their subcontractors, and I don't really want to subcontract with this company. I mean, I will if they pay their back expenses, which is quite sizable, like I said. But I've got other companies that are beating me down, like, hey, we need help, because they hired the company I work for, but they're not getting their service because it's over leveraged. It's basically, the triangle pyramid, the pyramid.
Just
scheme,
cut the middle
like,
out and go make the XYZ vector, right?
exactly.
You need to develop your own Herbalife company.
They can cut the middleman out and just go. That's it, man. Start your own shit.
Well, and I
Good
want
for
to go
you.
a different way. I'm kind of done. I mean, I'm not done doing what I do right now, but I think my talent's much better used for things that I'm doing on the side. Like, I mean, Jace's plants, he's growing using one of my systems. I want to start selling that stuff, man, because I think it's easy.
Is he cutting out for you guys?
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
cutting
good.
out. It's cutting out because I got a lot of background noise right now. My washing machine is missing a shock. So it just starts vibrating like crazy and makes a bunch of noise. And I have to, anyways. But yeah, cut out the middleman. I agree with you, Smart.
Yeah. It must be me because you guys just all went black and shit. So I apologize if I missed something.
Oh, I think it's your storm going down where you're at.
Yeah, my bandwidth is low.
Well, XYZ, you could always start up your own commercial grow up there, right?
Too expensive in Arizona. Too expensive. To try and get commercial grow out here is insanity. I was gonna go to Oklahoma. We're talking like a little bit ago, texting. I was gonna go to Oklahoma and start grow out there because they're giving away licenses, but I wasn't a native, and then they cut back.
Yeah, now that they have last time I heard they had a moratorium on them. Actually, they did that when they started managing the other growth. So they've had a moratorium for over 2 years now, coming up on 3.
Yeah, because they let the hounds loose and everybody went out there and
it was like the Wild West.
Yeah.
So you got states like I think it's Missouri. Before they even legalized it, they only allowed like 4 commercial grows for the whole state.
Yeah, so they went crazy, and now you can't get a license to do anything out there. And not only that, but I mean, what do you think the pound price for like a legal grow? What are they charging per pound?
When I was at that commercial grow, we were selling them for, man, it just depends on what you got and what the demand is at the time and who you know. I mean, it'd be anywhere from probably 800 to 1,500 a pound.
Yeah,
most probably closer to average of 1,200 a pound.
Yeah, a pound out here right now is like, I think 1,600. I was looking it up the other night. It's like 1,600, and the prices went up because they don't let everybody grow.
Of course, that was over a year ago when I was out there, so that could have changed well by then. So.
Well, yeah, I think in
it's
Oklahoma,
$1,000 a pound here.
1,000 in Pennsylvania? How can you get price for a pound in Pennsylvania? It's not even legal, is it?
Because a guy I know, I haven't bought it for a while, but there's a guy I know that gets like 10 pounds a month from Michigan grow, and he sells it. But he doesn't really like to sell anything less than a pound. So that's what he does, man. He don't even smoke the shit. What did he tell me the last time I saw? He has a construction business as well, and I see him once in a while. He said he had some wax. He goes, "You smoke that wax shit, man?" He's like, "I don't smoke no bud or nothing," but he said, I just want to know if it's good stuff. And he didn't have any with him, and I told him like that's not really my thing. I'm more of a flower guy. I'm not really set up to crush the wax. I know another dude that sells ounces. He says he gets his from California, but his is like 2,100 a pound, and his is all the way down, ounces all the way down for I don't know what it works out to be, buck something.
Yeah, when I was at that commercial grow, if you're smart with it, you can make money other ways too.
I still know they get it. I still talk.
We met this guy. He actually moved here from California, and he had a grow going, but he would only sell his tops of every plant. I mean, top cola for flower and everything else he chopped down. He had a freezer. He would freeze it for processing. So you kind of eliminate your costs associated with trimming and everything for flower for the subpar buds. He didn't do any training. He just see your green, fattest buds on each plant, chopped them up for flower, and everything else went to processing.
Yeah.
I don't look at bud like that. Like people be bucks for an eighth, but I that's crazy to me. I look at an eighth and I'm thinking that's 1 day's worth of smoke. You're paying $40 for that, You smoke a jar after jar after jar, you go broke.
That's disappointing.
But I used to pay shit like that years ago.
Well, see, that goes back to what we were just talking about at the very beginning of this show. You know, if it's cost effective to grow your own, and hell yeah, because even if you only pay $100 an ounce at the dispo, I mean that's $1,600 a pound. And well, just like that last pound, I did 2.5 pounds. You know, and I know it didn't cost me $5,000 or more to grow that weed there, but yeah, it's definitely cost effective. It's still expensive to grow. I mean, it still has its drawbacks.
I was just going to say, apes are disappointing.
What is it? Apes.
An
Yeah, apes. Yeah, man. I remember
That's a tease, Bryce and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember buying $25 apes when I was young, man. Now they're like $60 apes they have at the dispensary. Some of them $60 for 3.5 grams. That's a blunt. But I don't look at my weed like that. Like if I have an ounce or whatever, you know, I don't look at it as $30 an eighth. I just don't put the monetary value on it that other people do. So I could never really go out and buy cannabis.
65 a Z. 65 a Z for me. If you walk up to me and I knew you and you're like, hey, yeah, can you lose a Z? I'd be like, yeah, $65. But I'm just generous like that. But I don't really sell it, so it doesn't matter.
Mates rates.
Nah, I haven't sold any weed in a long time. I've given away a lot of weed.
Oh, me too. I like to give it away, man. I got jars I got jars I can't smoke because they over dried during the summer. But I'll make some brownies out of them.
I give away the shitty stuff and keep the good stuff.
I give away the good stuff, and I really look at this crap, and I'm like, yeah, that's just gonna go bye-bye.
Hey, I give XYZ. I give the eighth for free, but I charge $50 for the blunt and lighter that comes with it. We don't
There
drug
you
deal
go.
around here.
That's the way to roll, man. You need a light with that? Oh, that's $65, brother. Yep, that's the way it rolls. I feel you, Smart. I'm just upset my washing machine is so damn loud. Can you guys hear it?
No.
No, it's going off in the background.
No, you
It's
keep
like
cutting out, but I think it's me.
No, it's not me cutting out. I think it's StreamYard cutting me out because it's so noisy back here.
Yeah, because I got my wrist
going. The
going.
window, man.
Oh, Jace, it's so quiet. This new res I built. Oh my God, you can't even hear it. Even when it's vertigating, it's like, really? Wow.
Well, damn, I'm gonna have to jump on board with that once you get it going.
Yeah, it comes with the chiller, but the problem is, Jace, is it doesn't have a big capacity. It's only good for 5 gallons. You need the doser. That's the problem.
Yeah, that was the reason I got that big old 35 gallons so I can mix, you know, hopefully almost a week's worth of newts at a time and just let it ride.
Yeah, when you have a machine making your newts, it's like, I don't care if it's only 2 gallons. Fuck it. I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah, it does it on the fly. You ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, wow, I think I shoehorned myself into a corner. But problem is my reservoirs, I mean, I had a chiller just like you and the waterfall and all that. It's just too noisy in your living room.
Yeah, I get you. I got mine in my office, and even sometimes with the door shut, I can still hear it in the living room a little bit.
Yeah, It's a nice sound. Don't get me wrong. It's very relaxing. I'm kind of on nerves. It's like I don't hear my
Yeah,
waterfall. Where's my
it's
waterfall?
like
Damn it!
yeah, it's white noise. It helps you sleep. You know.
Yep.
Hey, here's a good question from the chat. When rolling smoke. Now, I think the important part here is the stage of growth. Hey, I'm in my first living soil grow. Everything looks great in the 4th week of flower, but everything seems slower than normal. Is that usual? Now, it's my belief that they're going to veg a little slower in soil than they would in hydro. I think that's pretty common knowledge as long as everything's good. But I don't know if they would actually add to flowering time because of soil. I think once they start to flower, they're going to flower the same amount. But I don't know. That is a great question. What do you guys? What say you? Chat panel.
I would say, first grow in living soil, you're always going to experience. I found when I set up mine, the first 2 runs, you've not got your microbial population established yet, and everything else. It's all got to, everything's got to amalgamate and all become one living giant thing. You're in early stages. I would say, get 2 runs under your belt, and then sort of like you'll be like maybe things will be start. Oh yeah, it's actually rocking it now. Whereas I found that a little bit. Was I doing the right thing? But just persevere with it, trust the process, and every run you put through it gets better every time. That's all I can say. Might be slow now, but that'll improve over time.
Sounds pretty right.
Good advice. What I would ask is, what is his air temperature? Because it's getting a little cold out, and if you don't have your temperatures right, you need about 80, 81. If you're not hitting those temps, it's going to slow it down.
Yeah, night times you got to keep it above 17 degrees or C. I don't know what you. It's in. I have an alert. I have one of those little monitor things, the Wi-Fi things that alerts me if it goes under 17 degrees. I just switch my central heating on, bring it up to around about 21 degrees. That only occurs during the night, but when the lights are on, it's not an issue. But this time of year, when the lights are off, I've got to worry about them drops at night time. But yeah, that the plants will, as soon as they hit 17 degrees, you'll see that yellowing out. Looks like you got a nutrient deficiency. It's not nutrient deficiency; they're just stalled. They're just not able,
not warm enough,
capable of taking up nutrients in low temperatures.
Well, he's in week 4 of flowers, so they're done vertical. It's all about the buds now. I mean, I don't know. It could be genetics too. I don't know if I didn't get a lot of information there. I don't know if he's grown this before. But like what I just showed mine, I mean, that one plant I got, it's day 20 and I still don't barely have pistils on it. So, I mean, I've never experienced that before myself, but the plant's growing great. I've usually had pistils a lot sooner than that.
Some plants will take 3 weeks before you see in sort of 21 days before you see in sort of like any sort of pom-poms or anything like that. Some are really slow. Some you'll see them in 7 days. It is, like you say, it's genetics in that respect a lot of the time. Whereas triggers fast or slow. You think it's being slow, but sometimes you're halfway through flower and you think, oh, they're little plants, and then you get into the fattening sort, the last ripening stage, and they're like they just pound out a load of weight. Then sometimes they just rock it all the way through the grow. Some plants are like that. They just they keep you guessing sometimes.
What? Yeah, and he just commented that about some of those plants being pretty dark green. I mean, that's usually a sign of too much nitrogen. I've never grown in living soil or dry amendments, so I don't know how those get applied into that. But yeah, I know like with synthetics, you have to reduce your nitrogen going into flowers.
Yeah, it's a hard one with the living soil. They will finish up a little bit more you don't get sometimes if you leave them really long enough, till you get proper senescence, that will happen. But your plants will maintain that healthier green, because there's always going to be that abundance of nutrients available to them right to the very point. I mean, you're growing in organic soil, I wouldn't even worry about it too much, unless your leaves are crawling over and done that's that would say is toxic at that point. Then I'd worry about it, and I'd think about getting some of that nitrogen out of it, or putting something in it to maybe get rid of it. But I won't worry about the nitrogen unless you're getting claws. That's the way I look at it. It might look a little bit greener, but yeah, that's the way the living soil rocks it.
That's always been a deterrent for me growing that way versus synthetic. I like the more instant results, from your feedings. I like to be able to adjust it quicker. If there's a problem, if something's deficient or excessive, I can flush it out.
A lot of people like that. A lot of people like to have that kind of quick control, and I like mixing nukes and shit, man. I feel like a scientist with my lab coat on. I enjoy it, But I also have a big interest in growing in natural soil sometime too. But I like to do it outside. I'm very excited for that.
I hate mixing newts. I abhor it. But we all know this because I built dosers so I don't have to.
Some plants are just dark green anyway,
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even mind hand watering.
Smart.
Oh, shit.
I'm a lazy MF because I hate watering. I hate doing everything. I like engineering stuff and then saying go and it goes, but different folks, different strokes.
I'm with you right there, but I wouldn't call myself lazy. I would call myself a minimalist. The least I can do to get great results is what I'm going for. And I'm with you though. Mixing newts is probably my least favorite aspect of this that I still have to do. Everything else is pretty much automated. Of course, you don't realize that until you go to automation, how much nicer it is,
It's different. I don't know if it's nicer because you
Well,
have
still has
different
maintenance
problems.
with it. Yeah, you still have maintenance with it.
Yeah,
Stuff breaks
like
down.
You're a salt slave.
When I end a grow and I have to recycle my system, it's a nightmare. I have to clean everything out. It's a weak process. So you either pay up front or you pay in the end, or you pay all the way through the grow. It's not there. You don't really get rid of, even with automation, you don't get rid of the work. You just shift it to a different part of the grow. That's my opinion. What about you, Art Man? Do you have any opinions on this? I mean, you're pretty much you're an auto waterer.
I don't auto
What's your-
dose though. I don't auto dose. I mixed up my own newts and stuff in a bucket, so it's not fun, but it works.
Well, hey, we know a guy that could build you a doser for a little fee, maybe.
He tried to talk me into that once, but I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know if I'm smart enough.
Well, the problem with Art scale is the doser I have is good for 2 gallons. He's mixing up 30, 40 gallons. In order to make that doser,
50.
It's 10 grand. It's 10 grand for that doser. Just saying.
Yeah.
Smart, it's gotta be you. Everybody else sounds crisp on my end. I don't hear anybody breaking up or choppy unless it's somebody else.
No, it's definitely on my end. It even said bandwidth low and shit, and the storm's raging. Rain on the window.
So Smart, what kind of light you gonna get in that 4x4 when you get it going?
I have one of three options. I have a Photon Tech X465 watt Pro. I have a Fluence Spider 2X 300 watt. That's a nice light. And we have a Medic Grow. Fuck, what is it? The Medic Grow Smart 8.
Okay, so that's an 800-watt light, right?
Yeah, I don't want to use that one. I want to use the
Not too much.
Fluence 300 watt. It's made for vertical. It's made for vertical integration, so it's built to run at like 700 or 6 inches from the canopy, but it only produces an average PPFT of like 750 or something. But it grows beautiful plants. It blew my mind. We grew 4 autos, and this is documented over there at CFC. 4 autos under 300 watt light and got 2 pounds. Weighed they're fucking huge. They look like 2. I'm telling you, dude. Go check it out. It's the first LED light in like 2019. Paid $1,000 for it from Fluence. Yeah, it was like $3 a UMO back then, bro. That shows you how much you can get it for 30 cents now.
Yeah. How much cheaper it's costs? Yeah. Well, because they built so many more of them. But I'm just surprised you got 2 pounds of how many watts?
300 watts, dude. I documented the whole thing with CFC. People
Sorry.
were like,
Sorry.
I send them right over. Go check.
Well, the reason
That's
why
how I
was
busted washer. Because just what we did, we used 1,000-watt single-ended HPS. We vegged with metal halide and we flowered with HPS. And we started our seedlings under compact fluorescence, 360 500Ks and 130 200K bulb. And that was great, dude. We were ripping down all kinds of weight off of these plants. And then we found the LEDs. I started learning about photon efficiency and started learning the different things about how watts of light is turned into usable, watts of energy are turned into usable light. And I started doing the math and I was thinking about it. So we bought this light. We had some extra money. And we popped it up, took the 1,000-watt down, and never dropped any weight on the next grow.
well,
So we went from 1,000 watts to 300 and still the same weight. It's crazy, isn't it? I wouldn't believe it if someone told me if it wasn't documented. I would be like, "You're full of shit." That's why I like sending people over there. I'm proud of that. I got a big rack of journals there, you know.
Well, Smart, the thing is you were raising the light. I have good lights, but they're not great lights. But if I was here every day and I could raise them up as they need to be raised, I think I could do the same thing.
Man, you need your winch system on the remote. I thought about getting
best
something
way-
like that.
Already designed it. I already have one, but it's cheaper to buy a bigger light.
Man, I got those Mars Hydros on sale that I just bought. That's a really good light for a 2x4. That's cheap. It's
What kind of light is it?
$238. It's the Mars Hydro FC4000. It's a 320-watt bar light for a 2x4. That's the last grow light that Doc did a review on, I believe, on YouTube.
Yeah, Doc's rocking
That's a
that
good light.
4,000. He's rocking that 4,000 another light in his tent right now, and he's got a 4x4. But I have eyes on that light. I'm like, Doc, next time I come up, we're gonna. He's got so many lights sitting there, and it's like, dude, you need a bigger light. I need that light. That's the light I need.
You're going to go up there and cook them all in turkeys, and he's going to wake up the next day and his light's going to be gone. You're going to be back home.
No. The problem is if I go back up there, I'm flying because flying's free. If I drive up there, it's $300.
Oh yeah, it'd be hard to carry that light on. I guess you could. You've taken weirder stuff on your flights, right? You've taken 3D printers and all types of stuff.
No, I usually ship that shit. No, I
Oh,
just
okay.
ship it. But yeah, shipping that light. But I don't think he's gonna give it up. He's like, I was joshing about him last time I saw him last Thursday. I'm like, hey, I like that light. I really want that light. He's like, like you
You,
don't
you,
even use it. That's the first time I've seen you use this light. Come on.
man, I think it's about as good as you can get. I mean, there's not really many better options out there, and they're pretty expensive too. I know.
Well,
I think Atrium sells a pretty good one. Um, I was looking at that Medic Grow, but it was a 500 watt light. That's pretty potent for a 2x4. I really can't think of anybody else that sells. Grandmaster Lighting, they have one. I think it's Torch Series. It's 400 watt, but they wanted I want to say like $400 to $500 for that one. So the cost of that one plus what you gain. That's why I don't know. I mean, this is just my opinion. I might be biased, but I just like the bang for the buck on the Mars Hydro lights.
I was looking at the Photon Tech, and
They have a two
have
by
the
four.
420. Yeah, it's called the 420, and but it's like $599. It's like really,
Oh, you're talking about the kind LED. Yeah, the purple one with the
yeah,
infrared and the UV. Yeah,
yeah.
it's on sale. It's $100 off right now, but it's still $500, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's my light right there because it checks all the boxes I want. Because I really want a light that I can control the different channels with the dimmer. Because I just roll that way, and I make my own dimmers. But a nice light, just really expensive.
Hey, Purple Punch, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you, Art Man?
Doing good. What you got there?
So I got some Rainbow Escobar, which is an original haze across the rainbow belts. I got Wilson, which is papaya banana god, and I have some banana pie, which is a do-si do cross to something else, but I can't remember. Thank you for
They
having
look
me. I
happy.
appreciate it.
Yeah, they look happy.
Yeah, they just came from outside. I was texting them. I let them flower a little bit. As you can see, this one's shooting pistols all over the place.
Oh yeah,
Um,
nice.
so I'm able to get them to see if they're girls or not. I live in California, so I'm able to do pretty much whatever I feel like when it comes to plants, especially because I have a 99 plant count. So that's why you see 7 in here right now, and I got another like 9 outdoors. If I think,
Did you say 99?
yeah, I can have 99 plants.
Holy
Oh, geez.
sh! That's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify. Go on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know
California,
what to
where?
do.
California's where it's at when it comes to marijuana, man. It's pretty cool. It has its perks living here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess. Jeez. Well, it is a
Um,
nice growing climate too. I mean, come on. It's
Yeah, and it's
beautiful.
warm. I'm in Southern California. I'm near Los Angeles. I won't say exactly where I'm at, but I'm near Los Angeles,
Right
and
on.
so I get warm weather all year round. Basically, it dips into like the 30s for like a couple days out of the year, but it never snows where I'm at.
So
Well, I
you
was
got those
just
you under LED lights now?
No, I'm actually under an HID,
Oh, okay. Okay.
high definition.
Right. Which one? What
high
kind is that?
definition.
Is it a ceramic metal halide or a
Yeah, it's a
HKS?
ceramic metal halide,
Okay. Okay. Cool. I thought
and
that was
it's
familiar.
about 400 watts, so it's pretty good. I have another one, but I need another box for it, like an iPower box. But it's pretty good. I have
Oh
a
yeah.
couple LEDs. I have 3 LEDs that are bloom spectrums. They're about 100 watts each. So when those are all on, because I don't have a tent right now, I actually threw my old tent away. It was like rusting out and getting kind of nasty and old. So I'm gonna put another one in here. I'll be probably pumping close to 1,100 watts, if I counted that correctly.
Oh, that'll be lots. That'll be plenty for that.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
So
gonna
let me,
need some CO2, man. You're gonna need CO2 for that much wattage on under LED. Are you gonna still use the HD or what are you doing?
yeah, I'll still use the HIDs and use the LEDs together so I can get a different spectrum. And yeah, I do use carbon dioxide, or not carbon dioxide. I use carbon. Um, but I don't use it in the garage just because the garage is so big. It's not going to go to Houston here. When I'm in a tent, then I can do it.
Yeah. But even still in a tent, I mean, it's kind of wasteful to do that unless you're just blowing on a tube.
Right. Yeah, you got to know what you're doing. You got to have your VPN, BPD, I mean, in check. But sorry, I had to get a drink there. I have cotton mouth.
Well, carbon dioxide, and I do add some carbon dioxide to my tents, but for a different reason. But usually it pretty much exits any place it's in, even in a tent, pretty rapidly. As soon as you turn on the fans, it's gone, and then it'll still leak out the bottoms of your tent if it's not sealed. But
Right, exactly.
but any carbon dioxide you can give it, the plants love it.
Yeah, the plants do love it. So I run a clip plan, an air conditioning unit. It's over there actually.
Okay.
Nothing too big.
Okay.
And a intake. I almost said cold air intake. I was thinking about cars. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I run an intake as well too. Thankfully, I have solar with the Tesla panels or Tesla batteries.
It makes the
Um,
difference. I'm running
makes
batteries on my next grow.
yeah, dude. Oh my god, my bill was like at 1,000 a couple times there.
Yeah, I feel you.
But this is our number one pheno. It's banana pie. It smells like straight candy. As you can see, she is on. She is flowering. Smells amazing.
so you're growing both indoors and outdoors at the same time?
So what I'm doing this year is actually these plants are gonna go outdoors next summer. So I started them in September, August sometime, late August, early September, and we're in November, like about end of November now, and they've gotten to about this size. They don't look super pretty, like I said, they were outside in the cold and the wind. But what happened is we're going to plant them outdoors next year. So
Hold
we're gonna
on.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep them indoors throughout the winter. Let them veg out, and then
Okay.
after that, we're gonna go put them outdoors.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, they're
You're
gonna
gonna
be
have a
big.
big garden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
those
hope so.
things are
They're
going to
gonna be
turn huge.
tall. Yeah, they're gonna be trees.
Yeah, exactly. If that's what you're doing, they're going to be
Hey, that's
fucking
cool though. He's
huge.
outside in California. You can do that as much as you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I can go outdoors in April. The light isn't ready yet, so I'll have to have some artificial lighting. But the
Mm-hmm.
light, without the light, it would go into flower, obviously. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So
in
you're not
April,
going to
I
put
can
them
put these
outside
like
till,
around April 8th. I can put these outdoors.
so you're looking at like a 6 month veg.
Pretty much, yeah. So April, May, June, July, August. They'll flip in August. So about 5 months. 5 months
It's going to be
outdoors and
freaking
another.
huge.
Yeah, they're gonna be freaking huge. They're gonna be almost a year old by the time they go into flower.
I hope we see them. That
Yeah,
would
Yeah,
be
it'd
I'm
be great.
definitely
Yeah.
gonna keep jumping on. I'm definitely gonna keep
Yeah,
jumping
I
on.
would love to see them. Keep coming
I've
on.
only, I barely see moms that old, let alone a flowering plant.
Right.
Yeah. No shit. That's crazy. I definitely want to see this. I do crazy crap, but nothing like that. Yeah. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do upload. My name is Trey on it's Trey, and then my last name's Cotwright. It's spelled Cotwright. You can check me out on YouTube. I don't want to shout my page out too much just because I'm on somebody else's channel. But if you want to keep up to date,
That's okay. Here, we don't mind
Yeah,
that.
you're fine. You're
You do
fine,
whatever
dude.
you want. You can do that. Put it
Yeah,
in.
have
Put
at
it in
it.
chat.
okay.
Put it in
Yeah,
chat. Absolutely.
yeah,
Smart okays that.
definitely.
That's just fine.
Yeah,
Let me
Smart
tell
said
you.
that earlier. He learned more. It's all about the collaboration and not the competition. You know, it's about making friends and establishing connections.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
don't call anybody names and don't say anybody sucks and you're golden. That is
No flashing.
awesome. Yeah,
Right.
no
No
flashy. No flashy. We don't want to see that noise.
Uh-huh.
We
But
we
we
I
say
would
that
love
for
love
after the show. Okay.
Okay.
but we love to see plants and we love to see different ways of growing because we all grow so many different ways in so many different technologies, soil, media.
Sure.
We love it. Love it.
Right.
Absolutely. I am subscribed.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I'll subscribe back as soon as I jump off. I see your channel now. So yeah, I have the notification, so I'll subscribe to you back.
Okay.
That's a very interesting growth style. I've never even thought of like we're gonna plant plants in the off season and we're gonna veg them out until it's good, and then we're gonna take them outside and let them rot. I can
Well,
only imagine what that's gonna do.
it wasn't my idea. I won't take credit for that. I know Mendo Dope. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. They are another Cali grower, but they're up north in Mendocino, which is the Emerald Triangle. So it's like Mendocino, Eureka, or not Eureka, Ukiah, Mendocino, and Humboldt County. And they are all they Mendo Dope. They've done that a couple times, and they've had horrifically big plants, like plants that you can't even imagine.
I
So if you're
I
going,
can't. Go ahead,
if you're
Jason.
going, if you're going both indoor and outdoor, have you ever done like a side by side comparison on the string to see which one's better?
Yeah, I've done indoor and I've done outdoor on my Purple Punch, which is my name. Um, but I personally think the smoke is you get a lot higher from outdoors because of the UVs and the sun. You just get more potent weed, but you get tastier weed indoors because the terpenes are a lot more volatile when it comes to being outdoors, and they'll still smell really good. Like I had some wedding cake this year that was unbelievably fire. Um, but the the indoor definitely tastes better.
Well, that's good to hear because I mean I see a lot of people commenting on it. Like, oh, outdoors better, indoors better. So it's good to hear that firsthand from someone that's done that
Yeah,
side by side.
That's a very good data point right there. It's so indoors, since your terpenes don't volatilize, you get a better tasting plant, but outdoors you get a stronger plant because it has to fight the UV. Because there's this whole thing like indoors they're starting to add UV and far
right.
reds and all these other spectrums, and they're doing it for a reason. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's just an opinion. And it's great to see people that want to try both ways and present what their findings.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, personally, I've worked in outdoor grows in a greenhouse and indoor grows under LEDs. And personally, I always say greenhouse is the best. Um, out of all of them because you get both. You get best of both worlds. You get the sunlight, but you get that indoor control. So I always suggest to people like if you're gonna go outdoors, really think about putting in a greenhouse. I don't have the capability of putting in a greenhouse to where I live, or I would do it, because any structure that you have in your area has to be 6 feet away from the wall, like the retaining wall of your yard.
Mhm.
So it's not like I could build the greenhouse on top of the retaining wall and then connect it to my roof, which I would do, but I can't because of city coding or ordinance.
Ordinance.
Yeah, ordinance.
Yeah.
So I would always suggest to people that are thinking about going outdoors or have never tried it to try it. Your yields are better. You're more potent. You still get great terpenes, and it's like a fun little experiment to see if you can make it through the summer. Yeah, pest. You have all
Yeah, I
types of
was going to
different
ask
things.
about that.
Yeah, the pests are crazy. I didn't spray last year at all. Like this year that just happened. Um, I didn't spray at all. I didn't have to because my plants I grow organically, and my plants were so healthy that no pest wanted to really mess with them. I had one caterpillar the entire year. That was it. And I didn't spray for it. I just killed it off and then threw that bud away, and then that was the end of it. I didn't see another pest the entire year.
Nice.
You're a lucky, lucky, lucky man.
Yeah, that isn't
Right?
the norm. You got lucky this year.
I did. Yeah, I've had I've never had a real pest issue outdoors. I feel like indoor plants I've had trouble with pests because I've gotten spider mites and they've devastated crops. I had one plant that I went to go when I first started growing, my very first grow. I would put it in the bathtub and water it in there, and I ran out of water, so I ran to the Dollar Tree to go grab some water. And by the time I came back, the entire plant was covered in spider webs. I don't know if I just couldn't see them or what, but when I came back, the entire plant was covered. I was like pissed.
They
But
were already there.
yeah,
Yeah,
they were already there. I just
Yeah.
hadn't noticed them.
yeah.
But I
They
mean,
aren't
like
very
they're
Yeah.
covered
mobile.
in spider webs now, and I didn't see the spider webs before, but they were covered in like an hour. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't buy an hour, but they're probably there before. But my experience is the opposite, which I don't really have any experience growing outdoors, but I have grown indoors and I've had pest issues indoors with soil. Um,
Yeah.
but the problem is I was overwatering. So
What, what were you having? Fungus gnats?
yes, fungus gnats. Those are the bane of my existence. But
Yeah, I had those bad last grow too. I haven't experienced them at all this grow, so I've been very fortunate. Of course, I'm using a new watering system. But yeah,
Winter's
fungus
always good
gnats.
for me. Winter is great for fungus gnats. They all die off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too. That was more in the summertime then, we're cooling down, so getting less bugs going on. Man, we had a lot of bugs at that commercial grow I was at. I don't think we had one crop that didn't have a plague of some kind.
Oh man, that would suck. Aphids
Yeah, it's
too.
hard. It was mainly spider mites. We had we had 3 harvests with russet mites. Those are worse because you can't even see them fuckers. You gotta get a microscope out to them, and like the symptoms of russet mites are weird. It looks like your newts are effed up or something. Like they're getting lockout or something. But yeah, russet mites. Aphids weren't too bad. I mean, they were there in thrips, but mainly spider mites.
Yeah, spider mites suck. I hate those things. I hate those things.
Everybody hates them. I lost a couple of harvests to spider mites. Yeah, that's
Right.
oh yeah, nuke 'em, Art Man.
nuke them from
Teeny.
orbit is my theory.
I got a question for you, Chief.
Yeah.
What is your pest load? I mean, you're all natural, and you never seem to have any pests. How you
Okay.
doing?
I got grips.
I've got frips.
Yeah.
You know, I've had frips for fucking decades. they, I can knock them back. And this is a problem you'll find when you if you do run living soil, and I've been using this soil for 4 years. So when you're keeping the soil about, you are going to have problems. But what you do in living soil is you manage them. So I've got predators, and and I'll put things down like Bavarian Bossiana, You know, and these will sort of like knock things back, but they'll never ever get rid of, unless I get rid of all that soil, which I'm never going to do. So, you know, I just have to sort of preempt things. Like in the summer is when it's gonna rear up, and I'm going to see a lot of my lowers getting attacked, and that's when I'll sort of, you know, I'll try and put down a bit of neem meal and stuff. You know, I'll depending on what stage my flower is my plants are in, because obviously I'm not going to put it in flowering. But if I'm in vegetative stage, I'll quite happily dose my soil with a bit of neem meal, or, you know, like I said, some Bavarian Bossiana. And I've got the predators. That's the go-to. I don't suffer with fungus gnats. I used to when I used to grow in pots and stuff, but in the living soil, the little predators that are in there just seem to, you know, if a fungus gnat tries to come in, it's just food for the bugs that are in there. Yeah, but pretty much it manages itself. Apart from the you know, occasionally I'll get spider mites. It's normally my fault because I'll bring them in. I'll admit that. You know, I've got a little veg tent. I don't really do much IPM on it, and sometimes if I'm really lazy, I wouldn't even look at the plant or clean it, and I'll think, oh yeah, it's just good. That looks healthy, and just bring it in. Then a couple of weeks later, I'm thinking, oh shit, you know. I brought spider mites in. Should have done the 2 weeks sort of like cleaning it up before I take anything in. There's normally things like that. I let myself down is when I normally get a problem. If I stay on top of things, I keep everything clean, do my you know, before I go into flowering, I'm always putting down hanging the little sachets, because they're going to see me through the best part of the flowering process, because they're going to release over the next 4 weeks. So I'm halfway through flowering, that I've got that protection where I haven't got to use any sprays, or, you know, I'm not going to use any anyway in flowering, but, you know, that's the way I'm at it with predators, natural bio controls.
They just had a guy on the Let's Be Buds on that 12-hour show. They had it was one of their sponsors. I forgot which one it was, but they had an IPM product. It's popular too. I forgot the name of it.
Lost Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, Lost
Yeah.
Coast therapy. Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
I'm too keen on the oils because, you know, if I'm going to spray something like that, that's going to wipe out a lot of my good bugs as well. Because, you know, that doesn't discriminate between good bugs and bad bugs. That's going to take them all out.
Have you ever tried Piranha cake for thrips? I heard it works really well.
Yeah, like I say, unless you're going to totally nuke your whole system, you're not going to get them. You know, you got to stay on top of it as well. It's that thing. It's the life cycle. There's that overwintering. They'll go and hibernate. If you got, you know, I like to chop and drop. All this sort of stuff is hindering me getting rid of them. And, you know, but like I say, they don't damage. They're the bugs that I don't really worry about. They'll leave some snotty little slimy trails on my lowers, which I'm not really going to be interested in smoking anyway. So I'm like, just have fun with my lowers. Just don't. There's going to be bugs waiting further up the plant for them, and I'll throw on a bit of UVB, UVA every now and then. Give me like 15 minutes at night times.
Yeah, I've been lucky since I've been homegrown, man. I consider myself blessed. I mean, I haven't had any pest problems, knock on wood, except for the fungus gnats. But if that's the worst thing that happens in here, I can live with that.
Yeah, I hear you. I got some right now too, but you know,
They
it's
don't
only
really damage. They don't
days
really do
out.
much damage. You know, they're like baby pest predators. When you get onto the spider mites and the russets, that's when you got to, like, the shit's gonna hit the fan, and you got to pull all the stops out.
I see clouds of gnats. That's when it gets real bad. You can get them real bad where they get in your buds and stuff too. So
when you're in clouds, yeah, you pour over water. Unfortunately, Art Man has to deal with continuous wet situations, which is kind of a pain.
That's okay. It's not too bad.
Scouting is always, you know, you got to see the pest first, then you got to identify it to know what strategy you got to use to take care of it. That's always, it's always the golden rule is find it, identify it, treat it. You can't treat it if you don't know what and if you're not looking for it, you're not going to find it. It is that simple, really. The identifying part is sometimes the hard part.
Yeah, there's some pests that are tricky, but I mean, usually spider mites, fungus gnats. My biggest problem is just fungus gnats, but that's me overwatering.
A little bit of cinnamon, believe it or not, will deter the fungus gnats. It's an old school thing. If I've got trays of because you're keeping your trays moist and whatever with your cuttings and whatnot in them, just give them a little bit of, because that's when they're that's the only time your plant is really going to be vulnerable to a fungus gnat attack is when it's going to try and lay that larvae in your seeds that are popping and cracking. They're going to go and destroy your seeds and your seedlings. But if you put cinnamon powder on, you just give them a dose, you won't have that problem. And it prevent dampening off too. So it's a sort of like a 2-in-1 cinnamon is.
Cool. Hey guys, Smot wants us to sign off before Rick's show. So I guess we can just go in order. Like Purple Punch, you want to tell us about your YouTube and where we can find you?
Sure, yeah, I left it down in the chat. It's Trey, Trey. Cotwright, Cotwright. So it's my first and last name.
Excellent. And we'll check it out and come back and let us know how those plants turn out too.
I will absolutely do so. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
all right.
cheers.
How about you, buddy? You want to tell us?
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Piss and puff. I'll catch everyone over on Uncle Rick, and I'll be in the chat. There he is.
Excellent. See you later, buddy. XY, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Let us know what's up, buddy.
Hey, grow with us. Check out the New Year's Grow Challenge on Cocoa for Cannabis. And thanks for having us, Smot and Crispy. And everybody have a good week.
Okay, it looks like you're up, Jace.
Well, cool. Oh yeah, I just noticed Rosinante in the chat, man. Good seeing you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going good. Yeah, I'll just sign off. OKJace20 on Instagram. And cheers, everybody. Thanks, Smart Crispy. Sucks about your connection, but we understand. Cheers, panel. We'll see you guys next time. Grow with love.
All right. And I am Artman, 2Ns, 420_ over at Instagram. You can find me over at Cocoa for Cannabis, Percy's Grow Room, basically all the shows. But anyway, we'll see you later at Let's Be Buds. It's a thank you wrap up for the Last Prisoner project. So we'll see you over there. Cheers.
Looking for. Cheers, everybody.
Peace.
Bye.